researching the mating rituals of different animals in the phyla Mollusca, Chordata, and Arthropoda. We went to investigate what animals do to make themselves attractive to the opposite sex. Animals all have a specific way they choose their mate. These rituals have developed over time in order to guarantee the female reproduces with the best male. We will be presenting on what behaviors the males perform to become the dominant male, as well as what qualities a female looks for in a potential partner. In the phyla Chordata, a male shark will sneak up on its potential female partner to copulate. The female shark will endure a shark attack just to become pregnant. The male swims alongside the female and bites her in the area around the gills to stabilize her. In a sudden, violent movement, he attaches himself to the female and penetrates her. The coupling has begun. This has not been filmed many times. While this act looks very violent to our eyes, it has been around for a very, very long time and has proven to be very successful. The physiology of the female allows the male to bite her in these areas without causing major harm to her body. This will continue until the process is finished. In the same phyla, male whales try very hard to attract the female's attention. The male will jostle in the water as well as hum a low melodic tone. Fun fact, males have the largest testes in the world, some weighing up to a ton. Because of their large size, it is hard for them to perform copulation. Here we see a bunch of males surrounding a female, clearly trying to attract her attention. At this point, the female is still evasive. The males are clearly ready. Dolphins, like humans, mate not only for reproduction, but do so out of emotional bonding. When the male is interested in the female, he will make sounds similar to clicking that let the female know he is interested. And the interested female will also respond with vocal sounds or body language. Dolphins express their sexual attraction towards each other by biting the dorsal fin or other parts of the body. In addition, rubbing their body against one another, especially near where the genitals are located. The seduction ritual of dolphins can last a long time. The female can accept attention and affection of more than one male at a time. Furthermore, this provokes jealousy, and the males will collide against one another to compete for the female's attention. Once the female is ready, she will swim at her side, allowing the male dolphin to insert his penis. Also in the phyla Chordata are the penguins. They exhibit a mutual ecstatic display. A pair raises up in a similar manner and rub their heads and necks against each other. This happens a lot at the beginning of the breeding season when a pair meets and starts bonding. Most of the penguins raise their head during this behavior, although emperor penguins keep their faces down. Another courtship behavior of penguins is bowing. Bowing forward, face to the ground, and with trembling heads means that they are courting. It strengthens the bond between both penguins. The male offers a little stone for the nest, and it is usually attached to the bowing. The female accepts the present and puts it into the nest. For geese, the initial courting behavior involves mutual neck dipping between the two. They then swim out and turn to face each other. The male may begin neck dipping to the female, and the female is to respond. By alternating dipping their heads under the surface of the water, male and female geese indicate that they are ready for mating. For years, people thought that neck dipping was synchronous, both birds sticking their heads underwater at the same time. But if they did that, they would not see the other respond. In the phylum Arthropoda, male spiders use an artistic dance of technique and color to captivate a female's interest. The more skilled and colorful the dance, the better. Generally, a male spider can get away with a few matings within his short life. But this isn't always an easy task. The females will sometimes try to eat the male after copulation has occurred, or sometimes even during it. Why do female spiders like to consume the male after mating? They desire to eat the male for nutrition for their future babies, and males are typically smaller and easier prey. However, there are some techniques that can be used to avoid such a catastrophe. One would be a stealth attack. The male would sneak up on the female and mate with her without her consent or sometimes even her knowledge. That's how much smaller these males can be in certain species. Another would be to tie her head and legs up with a web temporarily. They do their mating, and the male leaves without an attack. Others try to alert the female they are friend, not foe. As you can see, this one didn't end so pleasantly. Twerking, not the human kind, is a technique to notify the female that the movement on her web is a potential mate. Cephalopoda are in the phyla Mollusca. We commonly call them the octopus. The majority of all species of octopus are promiscuous. The mating that takes place is often by chance and because they come in contact with another octopus of a different gender in the same species. When they come in contact or in the same vicinity of another, the male octopus may flash his colors on his body. No matter what the species, the mating itself always occurs the same way. The hectocotylus is vitally important in the mating process. Some species of octopus will insert this arm into the female's oviduct to insert his sperm, while others will remove their hectocotylus entirely to give it to the female to store in her mantle until she is ready to fertilize her eggs. Although it is widely undisputed that octopi are loners when it comes to mating, there are a few species that have been discovered to actually develop what we would call couples with other octopi. Some scientists have described their behavior prior to mating as hand-holding and flirting because of the type of attraction and behavior that they display towards one another. These couples have been discovered to remain together for great lengths of time during and before mating. One species was seen not to randomly pick a female because of contact with her, but to make a decision on which female he wanted to mate with, mostly based on size. This decision is thought to be made because the larger the female, the more likely she will be to produce more eggs. Sand dens were constructed in which females and males would live, while the mating would occur sometimes frequently throughout the day. Once the male had chosen his female, he would guard her den to make sure no other male would come into contact with her. If a male moved in to mate with a couple's female, the male would flash his stripes and try to show signs to intimidate the other male. Thank you so much for watching our video on animal mating rituals. We hope you enjoyed it and you learned a lot.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.